Good afternoon, you're watching Sky News Today with me, Matt Barbett. It is 3 o'clock. Here are our top stories. Breaking news this afternoon, the King has now formally removed Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's title of Prince and his style of HRH. Also today, the Southport killer's father admits he should have reported his son's purchase of a machete to the police. A man who murdered a father of two as he helped an injured woman in the street has been jailed for 26 years. Plus, a prisoner who was mistakenly released from Wandsworth hands himself in. A second free prisoner, though, is still at large. The Justice Secretary says the spike in errors is unacceptable. The Prime Minister and the Prince of Wales have arrived in Brazil, in Belém, in fact, ahead of the COP Climate Summit. We're due to hear from the Prince this afternoon. And Mexico's president says no woman should have her personal space violated after being groped in public. And a state of emergency has been declared in the Philippines after a powerful typhoon left at least 114 people dead. We begin with breaking news this afternoon. In the past half hour or so, King Charles has formally removed Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's Prince title and his HRH style by issuing what's called a letters patent. Details of that have been published by the Crown Office in the Gazette, saying the King has been pleased by letters patent under the Great Seal of the Realm, dated 3rd of November 2025, to declare that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor shall no longer be entitled to hold and enjoy the style, title or attribute of Royal Highness and the titular dignity of Prince. Also this afternoon, the father of the Southport killer, Axel Rudakabana, has told the inquiry in Liverpool into the attack that he should have reported his son's purchase of a machete to the police. Alphonse Rudakabana says the package was delivered in June 2023. That's a year before his son went on to target 3 little girls at a dance class in July 2024. He said that upon hearing about the attack, he immediately feared his son could be involved. Lawyers for the parents of the 3 girls who died say the families have complete disdain for what they call the excuses of Alphonse Rudakabana. Sky correspondent Katie Barnfield has the latest from Liverpool now.
Well, there was some powerful testimony from Alphonse Rudakabana, who called his son a monster and said that he deeply regrets not doing more to stop him. He was questioned about deliveries of weapons to the house that his son had ordered, including a machete in June 2023 that his dad took delivery of. He said he knew it was a knife and he went to hide it upstairs on top of a wardrobe, but didn't confront his son because he was scared of him. He told the inquiry he regrets not calling the police then, because if he had, what happened on the 29th wouldn't have happened, referring, of course, to the Southport attack. The inquiry heard Axel Rudakabana went on to amass a small arsenal of weapons, including a bow and arrow, a sledgehammer and a Tupperware containing an attempt to make the poison ricin. They also heard his main source of money for these weapons was his parents, with his dad giving him £40 for taking a shower 3 times. They then talked in depth about an incident on the 22nd of July, just a week before the Southport attack, when Axel Rudakabana attempted to take a taxi to his old school, but was stopped by his dad, who thought he was going to carry out an arson attack. Alphonse said Axel had come into his room holding a kitchen knife and started stabbing the bed, demanding to have the machete that he had hidden above the wardrobe. In his statement to the inquiry, Alphonse said Axel told him, "Next time, if you stop me, there will be consequences." He then said he was desperately sorry to the families of the children who were killed, that he didn't call the police. The inquiry lawyer, Mr. Moss, suggested the risk at that stage was painfully obvious and it was crying out for him to take action, to which Alphonse replied, "We wanted to buy some time. We thought we had some time. We knew it was a police matter, but I didn't have the courage. We weren't ready. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry." He then told the inquiry, though, that on the day of the attack, he didn't stop Axel from leaving the house. He started crying and said he was clinging on to hope that he was just going out for a walk. Mr. Bowen, the lawyer representing the families, told Alphonse they had complete disdain for his excuses before he was then told by the inquiry chair that wasn't appropriate. Alphonse said he was so sorry to the parents of the 3 girls that were killed, for their beautiful angels whose lives were taken by his son, who turned out to be a monster. And the inquiry will continue by hearing evidence from our Axel Ruda-Cabana's mother, Letitia.
Katie Barfield in Liverpool for us. Now, a man has been jailed today for a minimum of 26 years for the murder of a father of 2. Hassan Janga killed Chris Marriott by running him over when he ploughed a car into the middle of a wedding brawl in Sheffield back in December 2023. Mr. Marriott had stopped to help one of Janga's sisters, who was lying in the road unconscious at the time. During the sentencing today, the judge paid tribute to the strength of Chris Marriott's wife, Bryony.
This was a deliberate and senseless act of hot-headed and wanton violence, resulting in the tragic death of Chris Marriott and life-changing consequences for many others. No one who has sat through this trial can have failed to have been moved by the patient and dignified manner in which Chris Marriott's wife, Bryony Marriott, and her parents conducted themselves during what must have been, for them, a painful process.
Speaking after the sentencing, the family's liaison officer read out a statement on behalf of the family and said that Chris's children will treasure their memories with their father.
There will be many big and small moments in their life when they really wish that Chris, their dad, was still here. Hassan Janga's decisions and actions on the 27th of December in 2023 will affect Bryony and her children for the rest of their lives. But instead of becoming bitter and full of hate, they choose to hold on to the hope and joy and continue to enjoy the many good things in their lives. Thankfully,